Hi everyone, I am Kamal and welcome back to the brand new series of AI product engineering. And in continuation to the Python playlist, which is essential Python for AI product development, this is the video number 5, lecture number 5, which is based on the module 1, which is about introduction and setup. And the topic is your first program, Python program. So, as a part of this lecture, we are going to write and execute our first Python program confidently, just like a pro in the industry. So, without further delay, let's get started. So, guys, in terms of today's agenda, what you're going to learn. So, we are going to create a hello.py file, right? Inside the VS Code. That's how a real-time developer works. That's how the industry developer works in a real-time project. If we talk about the as a part of second agenda of today's lecture, this is anatomy of print. We are going to break it down, understand how this print function works underneath. Then we are going to run it from the terminals. That's how the developer generally run the this Python script, right, in the real-time project as well. Then the fourth line item of today's agenda would be first timer error. So definitely whenever you're going to develop something, you may encounter the error as well, right? And every developer in the world, right, they have learned from the errors only in order to evolve and become successful. So that's how you're also going to do the mistakes, right, and learn from them. And then as a part of this journey, you are going to learn, evolve, and become efficient or proficient, I would say, developer. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow these steps. We are going to open our project folder inside the VS Code. Then we are going to create a new file, which is hello.py. Then we are going to write the print statement, and we are going to break it down. What does it means line by line? Then we are going to save it using control.s. Okay, and this is the code I am going to explain you. So let me follow the this previous slide steps. Okay, so let's go to the desktop. So this is the Python playlist folder that I have created. I will just go inside that. uh, okay, I'll go here, write down the command. It will open the terminal basically. Then from there, code space dot, it will open up VS Code. Okay, VS Code is opened. So here you will see it only contains the previous code snippets. So as a part of today's video lecture, I'm going to create a new Python file, which is hello.py. Okay, hello.py. Okay, this Python file is created as a part of code. Let's replicate what is written inside. Okay, this is hello world only, nothing much. So print. So let me do one thing. Hello. I'm going to define the name Kamal. Then as a part of print statement, I'm going to write this like hello. This is the custom, hard-coded value, I would say, hello, and that I'm passing. So this is the signature of the print statement, print function. Basically, it takes the object which I'm going to pass, which I have defined in the first line, which is name. Basically, this is a string object that I'm going to pass. Then a separator as a spaces separator, print is taking. Then end, the end as a new line. New line it's taking, considering as a end of the input. And then file and then flush, all those parameters has been defined as a part of the doc string for print. Okay, so here in the first line, I'm just defining a string variable and providing this hard-coded value as a Kamal. Then in the third line, I'm just calling the print function. It is going to print whatever I'm going to pass it, right? So these are the parentheses. So this is the print method which is already defined as a part of the Python libraries, right? So we are going to reuse that function. Going forward, even I will teach you how can we create a custom function as well. Here I'm just referring the predefined function, which is print. Then this hello is the hard-coded value, hard-coded string, followed by the This is for the concatenation for these two string object. So after concatenating these two string objects, okay, here not only two, we are just concatenating three string objects, right? So this plus is for the concatenating, okay. And name is this string object that we have defined here. Then this is again hard coded value sign, sign of explanation. So exclamation sign we are concatenating, so the output would be like hello Raj Kamal, and then followed by sign of exclamation, right? That's how the output will look like. In order to understand what I have written, I have explained you. Now in order to run it, right, that's what's a part of I have created the folder, open inside the VS Code, created the new file as well, hello.py. Then I explain you about the this print function as well. Guys, this is a parenthesis, okay, these curly brackets that you are seeing. So not curly, this is, I mean, the braces, I would say. So the curved one, which is highlighted in yellow color, these are the braces or parenthesis, okay, that you can consider. And if we are so there will be one opening parenthesis and there is a one closing parenthesis, and if we are not providing it, so there will be syntax error while executing this Python script. It will throw an error that I will let you know. Similarly for the string variable as well, if you're defining the string so it should be enclosed within the in single quote or double quote, and even the three quotes three quotes as well, right? So this is how we define generally a Python variable, sorry, not Python, I mean string variable inside the Python. And if we are not following those set of rules while defining the variables, definitely the syntactical error we will encounter while executing this Python script, right? So let's save it. So we can use control plus S button, but I will recommend you to go to the file and just tick mark this auto save, so that you need not to do explicitly control plus save at the end of saving, at the end of every script, right? When you suppose you developed this script, and then at the end of this script we are going and saving this script manually using control plus S, which is not recommended. However, there is already auto save option available inside the VS Code editor, right, that you can refer. Now let's go and run this. So Python space hello.py, that's how we run it, right? So see, in terms of the output, it is showing hello. This is the hard coded value that I have passed, one string. This is sign of concatenation. We are concatenating this string with this string object that I have defined with this string, right? So the output is hello comma Raj Kamal, which is coming from this name string object, followed by sign of exclamation as well, right? So that's what it is in terms of the this Python script output. And let's take a look, right, how it feels, how it looks like when you encounter a error, and how as a pro developer uh, how to, I mean, go and refer or read those errors basically, and how can we efficiently fix those errors. Okay, so that is the basically a art that you have to understand whenever we encounter with any error. So how and where we have to go and look for the error message and understand and interpret in such a manner that you can go and efficiently fix those error and fix those code issues, right? Let's do it. So what I'm doing, see, this code has no problem. Now I'm just removing one of the parentheses. However, see, this VS Code editor is smart enough and it's telling you that there is a one issue, one error in your syntactical error inside your this line of code, right? And it's mentioning already those things. See, for the preferred quick fix, if you refer Shift Alt followed by dot, it will fix it. But I'm just going to show you what kind of error you will encounter if you are doing that kind of silly mistakes, right? Let me save it, let me run it. It's showing syntax error. This was never closed. So if that is open, there should be some counter parenthesis as well to close it, right? That's how a function works. Because print will look for the expression passed inside this parenthesis. If parenthesis is not closed, right, it is confusing for print function what expression it needs to evaluate, right? So we are saving, then again running, right? It's fixed. Now let's do and make some mistake while assigning a string object to the some variable. I'm saving it, control S, then I'm running again. See again, unterminated string literal, right? So this is not terminated. It started with double quotes but not closed with double quote. And there could be one more error. Suppose let me run it first. It's a running file. Fine. Let me do the mistake, right? So I'm starting with double quote, terminating with single quotes. See, it's giving the suggestion as well. So this suggestion is coming from those autocomplete uh, feature, right? Which VS Code is offering, that I have enabled. That's why it's giving you. But don't focus it here. Okay, the suggestion you are getting, just the understand the underlying error. Where is the issue? So uh, in case of the string object declaration, so we have to keep inside the single quote or double quote or triple quote. For the multi-line string object declaration, we use triple quotes. Here it's a single line, so we can go ahead and use a double quote or single quote. But for the opening, I'm using double quote, but for the closing, I'm using single quote. That is a mistake. Either use the single quote in opening and closing, either use the double quotes, right? Let me run it. See, it's pointing out the mistake. And at the end of the line, you can go and refer. Uh, I mean, what your interpreter is telling. It's telling that there is syntax error. That's where you have to go as a developer in order to understand the underlying error inside your Python code, and then go and see in which line is telling this is line one. Go to the line one, fix it, right? Just try to understand what the error. And even the VS Code editor you are using, it is smart enough to point it out. See, it's highlighting, so it's giving the intuition that the error is lying here in this piece of code. Okay, I'm going here now. This time I'm using a single quote both the places. Now it looks good. In order to run it, it's working fine, right? That's the whole idea, guys. So we have followed this step. We have created this Python function. We understand the underlying each and everything, and then it's telling you the way. I mean, you just need to go, because you might encounter that code is not found, right? So it's related to path error. So might be the path on which you are here in the terminal. As of now, I'm stand C user Raj Kamal OneDrive desktop Python. I'm currently inside the Python project. If you're not inside the Python project and you are trying to run this Python script, definitely you will encounter the error with respect to the uh, I mean, code not found, or path is not correct, things like that, right? So you have to make sure that you are inside the project directory, and from there you're running the scripts, right? Then, yeah, first time error. So I just make you understand about the print. Yeah, let me make explain you the print as well. So see, this print, small print, is this is the system, I mean, system defined. I mean, it is the uh, already defined function methods by the Python distribution. However, if I mean, using the capital letter in place of the small letter is going to throw an error, because there is no such print method defined which is start with the capital P. If you are defining something, basically you need to create the module for that, and you have to import that module as well, so that you can override the, or you can use that uh, print function where the P is capital, right, in order to use inside your code. So that is advanced part that I will be explaining. What I'm trying to convey here, that since the print statement you are referring, it start with small p, and you have done the mistake, you have used the capital P, and these function definition are case sensitive, these names are case sensitive, you cannot shuffle between them. Okay, so if I'll save that and try to run it, it will throw an error, the name error. The print is not defined. Did you mean print? It's giving the suggestion as well. Are you referring the small print or the capital print, right? If you're referring to the capital print, basically you need to define that's what it mean, right? Okay, all right, let me go there and fix it. Kudos. Okay, bingo. I mean, we have fixed the error like a pro developer, and we understand the what kind of frequent error we can encounter as a fresher, right? When we have just started learning the any programming language. These could be the, I mean, a smaller error, or I would say a very frequent error that any newbie used to do because they do not have the understanding about this capital print and small print. They will be treated differently when it comes to the any programming language, right? Then the syntax error and then the path error and all those things. Okay. And then in terms of the quick recap, we learned about the hello.py script creation, and we talked about the this print method, print as a function. We talked about importance of closing and opening and closing parentheses, right? Like whatever the expression we mentioned, it's pretty much important. We are closing the parentheses properly so that this function understand what it needs to evaluate at the end. Then run the Python hello.py file from the file folder from the terminal. I have done it, right? Then I have just created some of the error scenarios so that you can see if you are replicating those kind of errors, right? While the development, in order to execute or in order to run those code, you will encounter those errors, and how efficiently at which place you can go. Generally it is the last, I mean, in the terminal, this is the this is the last line of code where you can go and refer the underlying error inside your script, right? And then you can go and refer that line of code and fix that in order to make your code runnable, right? And even VS Code will be, these are the smart, lightweighted editor which will give you the suggestion as well, so that it will be easier for you to debug and fix the errors. Okay, yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you would have learned something today. With that, I am signing off, but remember, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building together. Thank you.